So should we try to go find Dragomir now?
So you have the mystery lady, and then the mystery wolf, and then as she looks at all of you, she tells you, "You need to come with me now.
Do we?
Where are we going?
Do we though?
We're leaving this city as quick as we can.
What about
While
Dragomir?
While we can.
Why?
Dragomir is lost. His forces will soon take the city, and you do not want to be here when that happens."
So, okay, when you say Dragomir, do you mean like the city, or do you mean like the person? Because he's like right in there. He's
Yes.
not very
Are
lost.
we talking about the father or the son?
The sun.
Because
The son, Sovernus.
my
Okay,
family
but
told
father
me
is
to
already
go
dead.
to help him.
But he's not lost because he's just in there.
You can walk in there, but if you do, I will not be able to help you.
Okay, but you want to explain?
You want to give us some more information? Because we were told by our family
Yeah, that's
to
like
come
super
help.
vague.
Is he possessed? I don't think so.
Can we go back to the weapons
You have
room?
seen what Sovernus has been capable of. Something has seemed different about him. Something has seemed off. I sense it. You can sense it too as she looks directly at you, Fenton.
Yeah, he smells funny.
Why is he different suddenly?
He doesn't smell like anything on this, anything
Remember,
I've
he's
ever encountered in this realm.
He is different, but why?
We never found out.
Yeah.
Does she know something we don't know?
I don't have all of the answers for you, but my order can help us. But
What's
they
your order?
cannot help us if we are dead.
Yeah, what's your order?
Can I have my gauntlet back?
And she shows you basically her pendant, and she says, "I belong to the Order of the Huntsmen. And yes, you have heard of us, because we have hunted your kind for many generations."
Why would we go with her then?
This sounds contradictory.
And she says, "Fate would have it, one of your kind would even join our order." As she motions to the wolf.
So is this a human shifting wolf or is this a wolf?
Yeah, it's a human shifting wolf.
Okay.
It's
a
a wolf
female.
that shifts into a human.
Is she in human form right now? or
What?
no?
It's a
No,
wolf
she's
that
a wolf.
shifts into a human,
Yeah,
and
it's
you're
a
a
wit-
human that shifts into a wolf?
That's right.
We
it's
gotta
a
get you
weird
guys
human.
together.
I'm just gonna go over and pet the wolf.
We could just make a wolf.
That's
Yeah,
that would
or a
never-
human.
Well, yeah, of course I'm gonna let her
Twins.
sniff the gauntlet first. Come on.
Yeah, oh yeah, could
I
join
want her to
the
know that these are
tribes.
not cold iron,
Kyle's
okay?
Yeah.
going
Oh, where I
over
could
to
pop out
pet the
doggy
wolf.
treats.
And
I
sleep.
probably could.
Could I mount her,
Exposed
you think? She'd be okay with that?
We're going dead now.
Oh, glasses.
No, really, I'm going over there.
Ah,
Well,
So,
it's like, all right.
I can see now.
bit more info?
If we leave here, we go to your order. Are we coming back here to deal with this problem, or am I leaving this undone?
Can you do a time delay on your
So
explosives?
Avernus will be dealt with at a later
Or just
time.
blow the whole
He
palace?
cannot be dealt with right now. You helped him in that. His operation is too
Or someone
big,
has to stay
too
behind
large.
and detonate
He
it.
has taken this city.
Like
Whether the
Armageddon.
city realizes it or not.
Yeah, who's going to Bruce
another
Willis this
story.
thing?
Well, if I go with you, are you saying he played us for fools?
I'm saying that the Sovernus that you knew is not the Sovernus that's there now.
Understandable.
Can
So
I?
I'll hear
Can
both
I?
sides of the story.
Can I like piece some of this information together along with my arcane knowledge and historical studies to kind of come up with an idea of what a theory, a working theory of what's happened?
Based just on her information, not really.
I need my books. I have to go back to my books.
They might have more books where this lady's coming from.
With all my knowledge
So do you
of
think
all
we
of
should
the
go?
organizations of the
Yeah, I
realm,
don't really
I
see
have
any
the
other
authority.
options.
You know
at the
the
moment.
Huntsman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
they hunted
nothing
your
that's really
kind as
going to
well.
compel us to be anywhere
Yeah.
else. I guess.
They have a huge presence here
Unless
in
we
this
just wanna go
realm.
home.
They're not from this realm. They're from another realm. And actually, they hunt
Where
dark
the story's
creatures
going,
here is what
right?
they do.
Yep.
I mean,
But
all
they're-
But not just any. They hunt those that basically become
Right.
powerful enough to where they will overthrow balance in the world. And they would basically hunt them until they're extinct or no longer a viable threat.
I walk over to the
They're
body that's
specifically
got my
designed.
axe buried in his chest, and I pry it out, and I put it in my belt, and I've got my hammer, and I've got the other big axe, and I throw it on my back, and I say, well, princess, it's up to you. Where you want to go, I follow.
Let's go with him.
She wants to follow these huntsmen.
Severnus is just being really creepy right now, so I don't think I want to go wherever he is.
Plus, he's like overpowered.
He is being creepy.
He's super overpowered.
did give me
and
a
he's
cool
got
ring,
this crazy
though.
armor, and he's just like got this vendetta against his dad.
And
Can
he
we-
gave you gifts?
Can we loot
Well, thanks
the
for that. But we'll go
armory
with this hunter.
before we leave?
Wait, I pull back out.
Thanks
the
for all
axe,
the
I
fish.
sniff it.
So long as I
Is it a bad gift?
No, we're gonna take
Well, we've helped him a whole lot. Like, he can't really, like, you know, say we didn't. So we
Yeah.
can leave on our own accord.
He needed us to, fend off the armies while he went and killed his dad. So
Well, and he
But-
also needed us to do what we did with the city,
Well,
so
he
he could
probably
take
did.
over.
I think
the
it was more
city.
about the city.
But in
what I don't
order-
understand is why we were here, because he didn't need us to fend off the army.
Yeah, but it's
Or to
only
get
a
out
could
of the
move like
dungeon.
as fast as lightning and
Yeah.
kill whatever and get
why
out.
was he waiting for us at all?
That's
It's only a
was
recent
my
change.
question originally.
Those answers lie in the throne room.
Those answers lie in the throne room.
Oh yeah,
Well,
we could
then-
just go in there and ask him. Hey.
Also, to complete your agreement, because he did offer that if you helped him with this, that he would offer your families. In order for that to complete, you would have to go and talk with him as well to complete.
Can we
the
like leave him
arrangement.
a note?
Oh, we
Tell
should go
him,
talk
hey,
to him.
That's
So,
what I'm saying.
you have
I
a
kinda
choice to
feel like
make.
He's there.
Well, I mean, my vice is obligation, so my
Yeah,
obligation
mine
to my
too.
family
Well, mine is pleasure,
probably
but
mean I would go
like I
in
feel
there.
pretty obligated to my family and
Yeah.
what I told them I would do.
Hey, he said he had information. Well, does this count as the information? I feel like this is the information.
What, the crappy stone you got? No.
Yep. Oh.
I think we might need to go in there.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'll
the
kick
wolf
open the
said
door
not.
first. That's
So
fine.
first,
The wolf.
this is the point, where you get to where it says, if you continue, you can't go complete any other quests. There's no stopping point after this. So, who's all going and who's going in the throne room and who's leaving?
I want to hear both sides of the
Wait,
story.
which way did you
'cause
wanna
I want to
go?
know more information about both sides.
Initially, I want to go and talk.
So
to
you're going in the throne
That
room?
feels like
I
what my
was going to have
family
whoever's going in the
sent
throne
us here
room, I'm going to
for.
leave a note with them saying,
All right.
hey, I want to
But-
hear your side of the story, but
But
I want to hear what they have to say as well.
We need another
No.
pocket, guys.
We don't have
We
one.
don't have
So
But
I was planning on
are there any spirits left that I could pull from these bodies?
They're gone, dude.
then let's go into the throne.
You released
Alright.
those spirits a minute ago.
yeah, I was planning on going with new
So,
lady.
Throne room or new lady?
New lady.
New lady.
Well, we
So
could kill the
Huntsman,
new
go with
lady and then we have
Huntsman,
a
okay.
pocket, guys.
So you're going with the one who's been hunting your kind.
Well, she hasn't hunted me.
That's true.
She hasn't hunted my family as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, she's been hunting.
Not majorly, at least.
And I have an obligation to my family to see this thing.
What
through.
what was her
I have no
explanation
memories
for
of
like
it, do
wanting to help us at all?
Do what?
What was her explanation for wanting to help us? Or not killing us right
So
now?
water. It was basically
Question,
that
actually.
he was
They're
destroying
In other words,
balance, right?
Dragomir is a bigger threat.
Yeah.
So then once that threat's over, she'll just kill us? Or try
I
to?
mean, that's one thing you could
It's like the
take off of that.
Question, actually.
enemy of my friend.
Well,
But how does that
the
work?
threat thing, it seems very arbitrary. So like once she kills him, she can decide that we're the threat. Just kill us. How do we know what her actual philosophy is? Besides, it sounds like she just wants to control things.
He might be a threat to her, and she wants us to join her instead of us joining him.
I think that
She has taken an interest in
I
y'all
think
as
she
well.
wants to
Oh,
help,
really?
possibly, but I think she's interested in him specifically.
Well, you also got to think of that you guys are representatives of your families, vampire families, who are powerful families, who have different political control in the region, okay? Not just in Wachovia, but outside of it. And he is basically about to come into a huge political power seat.
So he wants basically world region domination, using us as the generals, like, you know,
So you're not
subservient
sure
to
yet,
him.
because you haven't gone in there and talked
Probably. He probably won't kill us, but he might possess us.
to them. Yes.
Anywhere in my memories, is there any
Maybe.
instance
Guess who
of
gave it to
them,
you?
like the huntsman hunting my vampire clan family, whatever you want to call it?
Yours?
When we were around the same side.
Yours, not so much.
Yeah, so
I do have a
they're not
displacement
very aggressive
ring.
towards
And I wonder
us.
what
We're
would happen
pretty
if I like
peaceful as
ran
far as I'm
headfirst
aware,
into a
more
brick
focused
wall.
on
If it
research
would
than anything.
displace.
He's like, now,
Yeah,
I
I'd
feel like
be
I
more
should
willing to go
rename
with
my
her
axe
than
the
learn her
Dragon's
side of the
Bane.
story, what her
I'm gonna go
information
hunt
is.
a dragon
And
with
if
it.
they're choosing to go, then I'd like to remain
Wolfsbane.
able to
Crimson
contact
Dragon.
them to hear what they
Would
learned
be
from him.
my bane.
It's also
But I would be going
Which
with
is
her.
Bane.
Right,
To
but
hear
I'm
her
going to be
side.
calling it the Dragon's Bane.
So you're going to be
Bane of the Dragon.
not
Who
going to the
names their
throne
kid
room,
Bane?
but leaving with her.
Yeah, I'm leaving
I
with
mean, like,
the hunts
in the comics, like, his name is
whatever.
Bane.
But I'm
The huntswoman.
Prison guard.
but I'm
Oh, named the little
basically
kid?
leaving an
Because he was the
open
Bane of...
Well, because the woman that gave birth
line
to
of
the baby,
communication
she passed
basically
away.
to
Yeah.
whoever
And
is
he was
going
just
into the
there
throne
in the
room
same
because I
place
do
as
want to
prison.
hear that side
Yeah.
of the story
So
as
he was
well. I
raised
want
in
both
prison
sides
as
of the
a
story.
prison
But who gave him the name
But I
Bane?
also he was clearly acting
It's one of
weird,
them.
so I don't feel it is safe
Because
to
he got her
walk
through the
into that
ranks.
throne.
So that answers the
Therefore,
question.
I'm going-
That's who named someone Bane.
the
It's not
safer
safe.
route.
It's not safe.
Prison
We
guards
saw
and
what he
prisoners.
did. It's not safe.
Again, but I'm going the safer route for what I feel,
Unless he doesn't think
and
Dragomir.
but still wanted to gain information
No,
from
of
both sides.
course
So
he's
I'm
going to go with the huntsman.
asking
Otherwise, you
them.
left your number with them. When you guys are done, if
Yeah,
you're still alive,
that's what I'm saying. I'm
hit
leaving,
me up and let
I'm
me know
leaving
what's
an open
going
line
on.
of communication. I'm saying, hey,
I'm
I
already
want to hear
kicked
both
open
sides.
the door.
Let me know what you guys figure out. I'll let you know what I find
Are you
out.
going to throne?
I feel that I am obligated to
Spartan
go.
kicked it.
I do
because
too
of my
because
background and my
yeah,
family.
and because
You're
my
right.
family told me to.
Yeah,
come
my character
investigate.
probably would trust Dragomir slightly more than he would someone who kills my kind.
Yeah,
that doesn't put a hamper on the situation there.
yeah.
Yeah,
She
just-
seems too interested in him. She's already admitted to killing.
Yeah, I'd be
werewolves
like,
in
"Where's
the
my
past."
gifts? I got like a ring from this guy. Put a ring on it. Where's your gift?
Oh. And what about Amber? Is
Admitting.
Amber going in the
Are
throne
you coming
room?
to the throne room or going with the huntsman?
All right. To the throne? To the throne.
On the way out, can I grab a T-shirt that just says I went to Wachovia, but all I got was this crappy T-shirt and a really crappy stone?
I'll make you one out of skin.
You got that oil stain on your pants, too.
That too.
That was oil.
All right, so, sir, since you decided not to go into the throne room,
Am I the only one?
Yeah.
you are.
Only one.
Okay.
You'll get called up later.
If we survive,
Bye,
I will
Blackhawk.
make notes and give you all the information.
Oh,
This is your exit, sir.
oh dear. Let me
Oh,
not
like-
fall.
He legit has to leave.
Yes. He's
Yeah.
been
He
kicked
lives
out.
with the huntsman.
You're connected.
I know I am. That's why I had to stand up first and make sure that I'm.
So, like, do you mount her and then ride off together?
He mounts the wolf.
No, he's on
I'm
the
pretty sure I'm bottom.
The wolf mounts him.
Wolf mounts him.
I'm riding under on the belly of the wolf.
I like a baby, just clinging to it.
She licks you and then like bites you and then you leave.
Oh, by the scruff. She's
Oh,
being carried by the
That's what
scruff.
she's into, okay.
Yeah, she's carrying
what
him
she's
out by
into.
the scruff.
Okay.
I've claimed this one.
Shall
She might pee on you a little bit.
So you smell
Mark
like
her
her.
territory. Yeah.
So, as you five enter the throne room,
As I kick the door open first.
yes, Foxhawk leaves with the hunts lady
Yeah, just drop me a message here.
as they quickly head out.
I'll hit you up on
I'll
Discord.
send you a postcard.
Now, on your way out, by the way, Foxhawk,
Oh my gosh.
what you notice is as you guys are leaving, Typherion and the order of the soldiers are entering the keep as they're clashing with the Wachovian soldiers.
Bye,
Bye.
traitor.
Felicia.
Traitor. All right, you kick
Coward.
open the throne room door.
Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
Yeah, and as you do,
Is that a dog barking?
you
outside?
see this. You see Dragomir sitting on the steps leading up to the throne. He's just casually sitting there. He has his blade in one hand, holding it, and then he's got the head of his father in his other hand.
Can I attune the father?
On the throne, you see his father's body, headless.
Headless.
And the throne is covered in red blood. Yes.
A different color.
Yes.
Crimson throne, you say.
So he looks up as he sees you enter. And as you enter, he holds up his father's head. And he says, "Heavy is the head."
But you've lightened the burden from his shoulders, I see.
And then he throws the head as it bounces down the steps and lands, it kind of rolls in front of you. Then he gets up, he
Don't
stands
eat it.
up, He puts his blade up, walks over, moves the body off the throne, and then he just sits on it.
Blood and all.
Blood
so
and
he was
all.
waiting for us to get there. He's like kind of a showboat, this guy. He was just waiting, holding the head, waiting for us to get there and debate.
Yeah, he's a real show off.
He is a show-off.
Oh, maybe can I start a slow
like
clap?
It's like he needs
I'm
people
like doing-
to like admire him, or he needs an audience.
It's not the gall clap.
It's a slow clap where you go slow and you're kind of looking around.
Waiting for everybody else to join in.
Yeah.
She says this is why he keeps us around. He needs an audience for all
We're
of
his new
his.
court.
But we're kind of far away, so it's a little
So-
bit of a distant ruckus when we start to clap.
No, he would destroy this guy. I've read about him.
So as he sits there on the throne, he looks at the five of you, and then he says, "What of the soldiers?"
I mean the dead bodies outside.
What soldiers?
Yeah, their spirits have dissipated.
Well, I know at least one of them went to heaven.
That is the proper response.
I picked my teeth. They're gone. What of your plans for the future?
First, it was this city. It was Dragomir, and that is today.
Tomorrow world.
We free the remaining cities in Wachovia.
Free them how? Free them from their lives? Free them from what?
Free them from these invaders. We will remove every non-Wachovian from our borders
Well, that's us.
by force.
No, this is our land too.
He's a
This
racist.
is our land. This is your land.
land. I'll
And then he
hold
says,
your
From
hand
Wachovia
to the distance.
well, to the five of you. It's five. And as he says that, Typherion walks in. And as he does, he is not surprised at what he sees at all. He walks and he kind of gets in line with you, and then he bends his knee. And he says,
bent the knee.
"All
I'm not
hail
gonna bend
the
the
king."
I'm not bending the knee.
And Severinus looks at him and he says, "Report." So Typherion gives him the report. They have captured the Eden city. Starting with their strongholds, they move throughout the rest of the city. They have either killed or captured the Wachovian soldiers who resisted, and all the Dozmen, whether they resisted or not.
So, dinner, right?
And then Severinus looks at him and he says, "Typherion, this is my decree. Every invader is to be made an example of. Outside of the city, I want every one of them on pikes. If they're dead, remove their heads. If they're alive, they go on the pike. No one survives. And let this be a testament to all the other cities, that anyone who resists us will get the same treatment."
That seems fair.
And
Seems a
so
little harsh.
Typherion looks at
Ooh,
him
get the
and says,
message
"Yes,
across."
my king." And then he stands up and he takes his leave.
Okay, so it sounds a bit harsh, but also, like, if this guy's the new king, I kind of want him on my side.
Well, also, yeah, it sets a tone. It sets a standard.
And then Severinus, he looks at the five of you and he says, "The city is now mine. It is back in the hands of Wachovians. No puppet king, no one else giving us orders."
So, Severinus, you seem a little different lately. I mean, like, you changed, you get a haircut, just like,
Are you wearing a new color?
is it a new perfume?
He looks at you and he says, "After I had my conversation with my father, I realized that diplomacy was not going to work. He wanted a war because the Dozmen told him to go to war. Him being a puppet king is not good for Wachovia. They needed a new king. And I came to this realization in the dungeons. There was a small voice that was always there speaking to me, telling me that, no, you should not do this. You should not go this path. You should not trust your father can change. You should not trust that he is going to be any more than a puppet. But I did not listen to him until I had that conversation with my father. And then he placed me in this dungeon. And it was at that moment that I realized that this voice was always correct. And had I listened to it sooner, more of my men would be alive.
It was his conscience, just like me.
That's my next question.
More of the Wackovians
Say,
would be
is it
alive.
his conscience, or does he have another person?
Yeah, is the voice like a conscience, or is it like
Is it cricket?
another entity that you have lived with?
And does it
that is
sound like
only now
Christopher
coming
Walken?
forward?
Or
Whoa!
Jiminy?
Kill your father! I mean, who cares? Take over.
But then he looks at the five of you and he says, per our agreement, your families will get the desire. And as far as I am concerned, you are considered Wackovians.
Okay.
With the exception of the one who left.
Yeah, we never really considered him one of us anyway.
Guildfrith will be hunted down, his entire family, and they will be made an example
Is
of.
that his name?
But what if I marry him?
Foxhole Guildford.
Oh.
Yes.
I just always call him Blastbox.
I want to shake his hand and seal the deal.
Okay, you are
Don't
gonna
trust
approach
her.
him?
She's gonna steal your soul.
He's gonna have one of those little zappy things.
A joy buzz ring.
So, alright, so you approach him, obviously, like as you would a king, right?
Do you have enough blanket?
Yes.
And so he basically takes your hand, and as he takes your hand, he basically kisses your ring, as for sealant. And of course, as he takes your hand, his hand is covered in blood.
You lick it off of his hand. It's a sign of respect.
But I have a spirit dispelling ring, so now he's touched the ring. So now what happens? Does anything happen?
Nope.
Okay. At least we know that.
Nope. But he says, yes, we will have an alliance between your family and Wackovia.
Well, can I speak to him? Like, I noticed that, when I grabbed you, that you were incredibly strong, stronger than I feel a human would be.
Yes.
I'm just merely curious. From whence is wrong, it's just whence. Whence do you get your incredible strength?
This strength of mine, I would call it an inner strength. I was holding myself back, not wanting to take this route.
So, like, it's a part of... Can I get a blood sample? I am very fascinated by this. And any results I will, of course, share with you.
He looks at his father and he says, you can take as many samples as you want of his own body.
I would prefer your own blood, sir.
Is his hair?
My blood is of his blood.
A hair would be good. Can I have a hair?
Did his hair change color?
It's not pink.
You...
That would be very.
That'd be cool if it was. But I would take a sample of your hair. It has the essence of who you are in it.
Is this what you desire from me?
This is what I desire from my life. This is my life's work.
Will this suffice as payment for your services?
Was I going to get something else? Because
He's just a scientist guy. He just wants to know. What goes
Yeah.
yeah,
on. If he doesn't have a family, that
maybe
needs things.
maybe some cool armor, like
So he takes a sample of his hair,
Latverian armor, maybe.
and then he hands it to you and says, let this be payment for your services and your loyalty.
Okay, and some
Cool.
Latverian armor, and I put it in like a little pouch.
That's kind of earmarked for him. The armor.
It says, and later we can talk
It's
about
made
the
from
Wackovian
vibranium.
armor.
His hair?
No, my Latverian armor, which I
However, green is not our color.
that's okay. I originally believed that it was blue was the color.
Blue is not our color either.
What? I can
red.
dye it then. I
He
can dye.
likes red, I think.
Red? Okay, red is fine. Red is fine.
So you got the rest of you, the three of you.
My family sent me to help you as well from the north.
And what is it that your family desires for payment? An alliance? Much
okay.
like with hers?
Sure, that sounds good.
An influential family is that we can make an alliance with. And you, Wolfman.
You got your throne. I got to kill stuff. I did my job. I belong to her.
Oh,
We're not really attached to these people who are about to die. I mean, they're basically food to us, so, I mean, you can kill them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, she's got a point there. Y'all were gonna drink them anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we have some to eat, to
We
munch
can have a
on?
feast.
That's not what we want
A
in return, but
feast.
like, you know, as a parting gift.
You have pick of any of the bodies on the ground.
but they're already dead.
Yeah, we want the live one.
We need the ones whose
We need the
souls
warm
have not
bodies.
yet escaped their bodies.
I wish I had some of your blood.
So I guess he looks at you, Amber, then. He says, will that be payment for
Well,
your
he did offer you
services?
some of his dad's.
That's not what I
Good
Good
wanted.
start.
What does the Godfrey family desire?
I don't know.
An influential marriage.
Don't marry Dragomir.
Yeah, I'm good on that one.
All the blood you can have. Even vampires like, no. Not that blood.
I'm good on that one. Just an alliance, I guess.
An alliance with the Godfreys. So alliance with the north, an alliance with the west, an alliance with the east. This will make strong ties. And yes, as payment for your services, you may have a choice of the bodies before we string them up.
The live ones, though, right?
The live ones,
Okay.
yes.
The lively ones.
Would you like some dead skin?
But
dead
only
animal
one
skin?
each.
I would
need
like
to
a
make
little-
examples.
Can I have a little taste of your blood?
They can be Wackovian or Dusman.
A
I
little bit.
consider either of those to be traitors at this point.
So, are we as vampires, you know, your supporters and whatnot, are we allowed to exist in the open as vampires without being persecuted?
That's a good question.
Yes. First, here in this city, yes. Soon, as we free the remaining cities, you'll be able to roam all of Wachovia.
That sounds nice.
You will
Sounds
have
fair.
freedom to feed on as you wish. Other than the ones that I designate as you, yes. Such as my advisors.
And do you designate yourself as one of these people?
Are you
He really
He just-
wants to
Just
fight.
a little bit of, just a drop of his blood.
He just smiles at you and says, you would never be able to get close.
But why? That's what I wanted. My skirmish is 4.
He looks at you and he says,
I'm as strong and fast as a wolf.
you look very injured from the soldiers.
Oh, and I take my skin off. This old thing.
You should go and rest with your books before your long journey back home. But he says,
It was just a flesh wound.
This is just the old man that I found in the dungeon.
he says to the 5 of you though, he states and he says, you are welcome to stay as long as you need. But I would assume your families would want word. As soon as they hear of this, they'll want to know what happened to the representatives. So I suggest you make haste.
I'm writing up my documents. I'm also
Does anybody have haste as a spell?
there's a room for that.
But then he says, as he dismisses you, he says, you may go now. As he grabs the crown from the top of the throne, just hanging there, and he puts it onto his head, he says, I have business I must attend to for my kingdom. And then he says, the new Crimson Throne
Oh. That
Yeah,
sounds
called it.
familiar.
and its king will soon be feared throughout this land. Every creature will tremble.
Even the bunnies.
Well, I'm afraid of the bunnies. They've got fangs.
Have you seen their teeth? They're,
They've got fangs.
yeah.
So you guys leave?
I go to write up all of my documents in triplicate. I send a copy to my family and a copy to Foxhawk. And then keep one for myself.
Do you let him warn him?
Yeah, I'll let him know everything that's happening and what's coming, and he can have a copy of everything, including the map that I made of the dungeon.
Traitor! I
Well,
don't.
no, I am keeping my end of the deal.
Can we follow the huntsmans now, or are
You
we...
can go ahead and try to follow their trail, yes. I mean, they pretty much left quickly.
I'll
Okay.
snore them out.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys leave, Fenton, I just wanted to do one more thing to show you. As you leave, Fenton gets this kind of sense of like something. So as you kind of tilt your head and look back, you notice that as you guys are leaving, that you can see the king as he smiles, and then you see his eyes. They do a quick little glow of red, and then they go back to normal. It's kind of like a flash.
He is possessed.
He's more
I wasn't
than...
able to disperse whatever the thing is.
Yes, but there's a spirit
Is he possessed or is
dispersion.
he just wearing a skin?
Maybe he is the spirit.
Maybe it's consensual.
We'll test his hair.
And you see that as you leave the throne room.
See, he's fine with me taking his hair, but not his blood.
Or his eyes.
I
Maybe
didn't
it's
ask for his
blood
eyes.
magic.
So then we should
Yeah,
try.
should've
Maybe.
tried
Finn
that,
and
yeah.
I will attempt to follow after the huntsman.
I'll sniff him out.
Well, since I have made this deal with Foxhawk to send him information, I'm going to assume that we have decided already on some predetermined code in which I can send him information without it being traced back to me.
And you probably would always sent it back to his residence too.
You need
Yeah,
to attune
'cause
the
you
spirit.
really, you would
and-
think that's probably where the first place he would go
Make
would
a
be back
PG.
there to collect thing belongings or whatnot.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
It
All
does.
right, I guess I'm gonna go back home, back to the monastery.
Good, because
You
you were
don't want to
getting
stay with us?
you were getting a little out of hand
You
there.
guys can come back.
I feel
hang
like
out.
you should join us.
I might try and wear you.
Or we'll find
Trying
you
to
people
wear
to
him?
wear.
Wear him, get it?
If you go back to your monastery, you
He said
might
wear the
wear all
werewolf.
your monastery friends.
Wait, what?
Well, I don't know.
You
Fenton's
might
been
skin
pretty
and
good at
wear all
werewolf
of
this
your
entire
priestly
time.
No.
Whereas if you're with
werewolf.
us,
A
there will
werewolf.
be plenty of things to kill and wear.
I would like to wear a
Is that
werewolf, though.
scene?
If you know of
I'll
any
find
other
one
that you
for
don't
you.
like,
I'm sure I'm actually
that'd be
at
so cool.
odds with one of them.
Cool. Then I could be a werewolf. Or pretend I can cosplay a werewolf.
Yeah. Come on, Athelstan. I mean, come on, Mythos.
I've invented cosplay. And also
Skin
furries.
play.
I've invented furries as well.
Koskin.
Where did
Yeah.
he run off to?
I'll call it
About
cos skin. Or skin play. Skin play?
Fair play.
That sounds dirty.
Yeah, it does.
Skin
Skin
play.
play.
So it's a little bit of furry and cosplay mixed together.
Cosplay.
Skin play.
play.
Just skin play.
He
Or
could
furry
literally
play?
be a skinwalker.
Skin fur.
Good old Foxhawk. Glad for you to join us once again.
Well, I'm going to go and grab something to drink
So-
to celebrate.
Foxhawk. As you left, the hunts lady, she did something very interesting you've never seen before. As you were being surrounded by the Order, she created a sigil that created a portal that basically you two walked through and left, just like that.
Please tell me I had paper to be able to write down the sigil.
No, it was too quick.
Dang it. However, I'm going to be pestering her the entire time. Hey,
Yes.
Wait. How'd you do that?
Then you arrived back at home. Home. Not here in Wachovia. Home.
Like way over there? Wait, home.
Yeah. And she tells you, you need to gather your belongings quickly. It won't be long before he tries this again.
Okay.
So you spend time, you gather your belongings, stuff that you're going to take with you. And then a raven arrives.
It's not mine.
Not ours. We ate
Is
that
it saying
one.
nevermore?
No.
Well, I don't want it.
Oh, okay. Well, then turns on and flies off. It has a note attached to it, but it starts flying off.
No, do it.
It runs back to its writing desk.
No, in all seriousness, it has a note attached to it.
Yes. What's this? All right. And it's a lovely letter that was penned by Kala. And what does it say?
it basically says, so all of us have made an arrangement.
Miss you bunches.
Hello, dear. It's been so long since I've seen you.
It's been like 2 minutes. Okay.
Yeah, so we
It's been like an hour.
we have joined forces with
That's
the
a
king,
quick raven.
and he is, has agreed to allow our families to have power and control in this realm, and also to be able to walk out in the open as vampires without being hunted. And also, we can eat people if we want to. That's totally cool. So, but also, yeah, they don't like you much because you kind of.
But it doesn't apply to you.
That's kind of not good for you, probably, because he said, all of you are cool except for that guy who left. So, and you're that guy who left.
I could just imagine reading this letter, and it's literally worded like this. It's not eloquent or anything. It's just, yeah, so like, he said all of you are cool except for that guy who left, which is you.
And listen
So,
to
like,
all this cool stuff
not
that we
cool,
can
bro.
do, but you can't do it.
She's like, Brake's like, man, we get to do this now, we get to do that, and that's too. Oh, by the way, you can't.
Right?
Brag much?
Oh, and then she mentions in there, oh, by the way, you were branded as a traitor and are coming for you and your family.
So good luck with that.
So as you read as you read that sentence, you look up, and then the hunts lady, she looks at it, she goes, what did it say?
Coming from you and my family, and never mentioned anything about what the guy did and why he suddenly had that power spike, so that's questionable.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of information about that.
So, shall we get out?
Then you hear the doors burst down to the school. And what you're hearing, you can hear, it sounds like soldiers have entered the building.
So about that thing about leaving.
She says,
You want to do that sigil thing again? That'd be cool.
she says, they've already arrived, haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, you can have the letter. I mean, you think we can get anyone else out, or just us? I'd like to get everyone else out if possible, or as many as possible.
She says, we have to leave now.
Understandable.
We can't save them. They were dead the moment we left.
Sucks. Really sucks. Not even like 2 or 3. Nah, I'm sure some of them will escape. I'd still like to get some, but yeah.
I am sure they won't kill them all. Somebody will escape, and then they'll kill them later.
I don't know about to kill them later, but it depends on who gets into them first. We should go after them first. Well, I say first, but like once we're safe and they're out, and then we try and retrieve them so that way they're safe later. Anyways, we should go before we get captured.
Do you have all your gear, your belongings?
I think so.
We won't be returning.
I think so. That's pretty much it. I mean, I took most of my stuff with me anyways.
She says, then it's time. So you see, and she basically, she creates a sigil on the ground. And as she
seriously.
does,
Show me how to
it
do
grows blue. And she says, step in it.
No, seriously, you gotta show me how to do this. This is cool.
Where we are going, you'll be able to learn.
Cool. Step.
You step in it, she steps in, the wolf steps in.
I pat the wolf.
It's,
The wolf licks his
yeah,
face.
it's going to growl at you.
I stop patting the wolf.
Bites his face.
Bites his face.
And then, of course, the door burst open. Okay? And soldiers rush in, and as they do, the sigil basically glows blue. You all disappear, and it's like a burnt marking into the ground.
As we're disappearing, I'm just holding my hands out, just like in a
But
peace
for
sign.
real,
Peace! With my gauntlet.
Just a little.
And so, yes, that is the tale of Foxhawk up to this point. Meanwhile, the rest of the vampire family, you guys sent word out to your families. What you found, Fenton and Valera, as you searched for Foxhawk, you basically, all of your efforts led you to the sigil on the ground. And that was the last.
Okay.
When you questioned the order and asked them what happened to them, they explained what they saw, the events. And essentially, this lady and him, they vanished like in thin air.
Okay, so in that case, I guess we go back home to the north. Since we can't follow him anymore, there's just a sigil on the ground.
Can we trace it?
Can we still see what it is, or is it all smudgy and burned up?
I mean, you can still see it. It's just, singed in the ground. You
Yeah,
can study
write
it if
up
you like.
want.
You could study it, sir, and take your time and study it later and try to get more references to it.
I can study it.
Yeah.
Can I roll
Figure out
a
what it
study?
is.
Yeah, do that. I'm gonna have them copy it, and then
Study?
I don't see a
Group
reason
study.
to be anywhere
Study
else.
group again. Amber, what do you
other than the
do?
north.
Yeah, I think we should just go back to the north if we did.
Going home.
Going home. She's like, peace out, guys. Mission accomplished. See you later.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would probably do the same. Go
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
my family and be like, yeah, we got
Did I
caught.
specifically see, like, was it them that was walking into the room as we were disappearing, or was
No.
it just
No,
soldiers?
soldiers.
Okay,
Yeah.
thought so. Just making sure.
It wasn't me. Even though you called me that. And
All right.
In other words, I have no idea that they were
Castle
going
door.
there or anything.
Yep. And so it continues. Foxhawk has left the building.
Multiple buildings at this point.
Amber and Kala, they return to their respective homes. Fenton and Valera begin and work with Mathis to
Mythos.
Mythos.
Yeah, we're
Mythos
not starting a
Mathis.
tire shop.
Yeah.
We're working with Mythos to do things.
Yes.
Etching down sigils and
You guys are forming a study group.
Study group.
Study group to
And
figure
then-
out this means this sigil.
We're gonna
Can
go
I
back
take a copy
home
of the sigil
to
with
the
me when I
north.
go home?
I want to
so
go
can
home
get it?
to the north.
yes,
Mhm.
I'd like to feel the cold
Can I write
again.
out the sigil and bring a
Yes.
copy with me?
Sure.
Okay.
I want to
I
go
can
home to
study
the
for it.
north.
There you go.
It's homework.
And as that happens, the city of Dragomir is now underneath the control of the new king of Wachovia, which is Sovereignus Dragomir. And from there, he begins to expand his influence through his country and freeing his other cities.
You sure you don't want to come north with us? We can move
Oh,
our
he is?
study group north.
Yeah, he's coming with us.
Yeah, sure.
You like to travel, right? You're a traveling monk now.
Well, since I've been outside the monastery, a lot of new feelings have been bubbling to the surface, and I want to explore them.
And he's our
Figure
pet.
out when I hear his
Yeah, I need to do that still too.
Oh, he's our
And
pet.
that concludes
And why Dragomir
Fangs in
is
the Dark.
They all lived happily ever after.
Well, I don't know about that.
Questionable.
We're immortal, so eventually something is going to happen.
He's eventually
Yes.
going to die, and I'm going to be sad about it.
Oh.
Where did you
Oh,
go?
we could turn him, and then he'd be a werewolf
Is
vampire.
that the question?
Can you turn it?
Yeah, why not?
Ask a
Let's try it.
I just said questionably
combating
happily ever after.
Genetic
Questionable,
strains
yes.
would kill someone.
So, what
Happily
happened
ever
to everybody?
after?
What happened to Wachovia? Well, that is for you to listen into the future and find out. And what happened to Foxhawk? Who knows? Maybe he'll make a reappearance somewhere.
Well, hopefully he didn't just.
Well, being in the life on the run
Disintegrate.
now. Who knows?
Yeah, he didn't teleport. He was just like
He's
incinerated.
disintegrated.
Yeah,
It was the sunlight room.
it was like a
You
suicide.
investigate and find his ashes.
Yeah,
Murder
he wakes
suicide.
up in gloom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, Mythos here goes and performs a DNA sample. Oh, yep, that's him.
where it was.
Well, he can't wake up in gloom.
this is all that's left of him.
Who knows?
I told him carrying around explosives on his arm.
He can't wake
Yeah,
up
he
in
blew
gloom.
himself up.
That's destroyed.
But thank you for tuning in for this exciting campaign. As everyone is still wondering, what in the world happened to Dragomir? Well, I guess you will have to listen in to the other campaigns to find out more. Thank you for tuning in. This has been great. It's been a fun time. And be sure to like, share, and subscribe wherever you get your podcast from. If you're checking us out on YouTube, make sure you share that link with everybody. And we put more of these podcasts up there for that. And be sure to follow along for the Heavenscape Season 2 as we continue on.
Yes. I hear there's a good one coming up. Valos, Warbound. Tune in next week.
Yes, tune into the next one. You will not want to miss that.
Never.
Until next time, Saturday Night Gaming signing
Kill
off.
everyone.
Bye.